All right, guys, welcome and thank you for tuning in, watching Alex Pagulayan compete in the 9 ball world champion hosted by Duya Billiards. My name is Ravi Trivedi and I'm happy to comment on this match for you today. We have two big heavy hitters. Of course, the one and only Alex Pagulayan, world renowned 9 ball player coming out of Canada, unarguably the greatest Canadian player to play the game. And we have Jiaqing against him, one of China's top talents of recent years. See here on the left, I've included a scoring breakdown. Some of you may be wondering what is so different about this 9 ball competition. As you can see, the tables are Chinese tables, which means they have the rounded pockets, the thicker rails. I'm not sure if the balls are a small size. They look like they might be the same, but the scoring is not the same as American 9 ball, where it's a race to a certain number of racks. We have a point system where players are given an allotted time, and whoever ends up with the most points will take the victory. All right, guys, it looks like the players are just taking a quick bathroom break. I am working on trying to get the most recent up to date score. Um, so this event is being played in China. I'm just relaying it through, and I don't see any updated score. I'm still working on trying to get the bracket towards you guys. Alright guys, so I have got an updated score. It's looking like 8-4 for Wu, and he's here on the table with this 9 ball. And I'll have to double check the bracket again and we'll have it updated. For those of you wondering how the scoring system works, here's the breakdown for the points and what the players are awarded for what they do at the table. All right, and we also have our giveaway here. We're giving away Pagulayan branded merchandise, such as chalk, glove. We got some hats and apparel. If you guys haven't seen any of it, you can check it out at pagulayanbrand.net. And they have a full collection of merchandise, as you can see here. These are all the people who have commented Pagulayan on the Facebook post. Make sure you also leave a like and follow to the page, but make sure you get that Pagulayan comment in there and you'll be added to the giveaway. I'll probably be shutting this off in a bit, so make sure you can get your comment in. If any of your buddies want some merch, chance to win, let them know. You get that Pagulayan comment in there and you'll I'll probably be shutting this off in a bit, so make sure you can get your comment in. If any of your buddies want some merch, chance to win, let them know. All right, the score is now 15-4. That was another table run by Wu, so he went up from 8 to 15. Looks like he's potted the 3 ball here. It's a makeable shot on the 1. I think he's more so thinking to avoid that 7 ball on the way coming back out for the 2. You see him aim a bit low there, just to widen that angle. Oh, he went to play safe. Roughly got it to where he needed to be, but bumped a few balls, and Alex should have a look here at the 1. This is never an easy offensive shot. I think Alex done a pretty good job here. Got that 1 to trickle right onto the 5 ball, looks like. Having a cue over the object ball there, known as a Chinese hook, some people refer to it as. Even though you can see your full object ball, still makes it pretty hard to cue. You're forced to play only topspin, and I'm sure that's why Alex chose to play the defensive. Well, he's in a great spot here, as Wu's going to have to kick at this, and I don't see a world in which he gets a hit and doesn't leave the 1 ball open, tracking towards the middle of the table. Yeah, I think he was going all cue ball there, just trying to get it onto that bottom rail, past that cluster. A tough miss there from Alex. You see him put his head down there. I'm sure everyone here tuning in knows all about Alex Pagulayan, undeniably Canada's greatest player ever produced in Q Sports. He's always been a huge fan of 9 ball, not a bad 8 ball player, and as of late, he's been trying his hand at snooker. Great shot there from Wu. Yeah, the rest of the rack really is very open here. Now, everyone knows Alex, but for those of you who don't know Wu, he's a pretty formidable opponent, one of China's biggest talents in 9 ball. He is the 2005 WPA World 9 ball champion. At just 16 years old, he was the youngest player to win the prestigious title. At just 16 years old, he was the youngest player to win the prestigious title. And for those of you who aren't familiar with the event itself, it's hosted by an organization known as Duya Billiards. They're located in China, and they've put on this event. I think this may be your third or fourth event. I know Alex did compete in it earlier this year and even late last year. They do have a Facebook page open. I believe it's Duya Billiards Group. Wu's most recent accomplishment comes 5 years ago, the 2019 US Open 9 ball championship. He found himself the victor of that. I don't think he got an effective enough safety here. Alex can see the left side of that 5. He's going to try and create some separation here. Cue ball is going to go off that side rail and bounce back. Ooh. Whacked it and the pocket spit it out. If you'll play close attention, you'll see that the jaws of the pockets are rounded, following suit with Chinese pool tables. Become very popular lately. Pretty tough to play on. We've got a much thicker nap on the cloth. It's a different cloth entirely. Alex and Wu have played each other before, both esteemed professional players. Alex fires off the shot going around table to get shape on the 6. I think he fell a little short after he bumped that 7. Alex and Wu have played each other before, both esteemed professional players. Great safety there for Alex. You see both players trying to force a foul on their opponent, as they're deducted 1 point. Actually, they're not deducted 1 point. The opponent of the player who commits the foul is granted 1 point. A rack like this can only finish in 4 points unless fouls are made, as a break and run and table run are now out of the question. Great hit by Wu. Oh, is the 6 gonna fluke in? It's not. And he's gonna get some luck here, hitting behind the 7. Shouldn't be a hard ball for Alex to hit, close enough to that back rail. He'll go off the side and then try and get the 6 to trickle down to roughly where the 7 is. Could be a deciding shot for the rack. After the 6 down to the last 3 balls, Wu needs to really dial in here. Oh, clean. Didn't touch anything on the way in. Very nice. He's controlled the ball perfectly for the 7 in the side. After the 6 down to the last 3 balls, Wu needs to really dial in here. Oh, clean. Didn't touch anything on the way in. Very nice. He's controlled the ball perfectly for the 7 in the side. And with that, Wu should be up to 19. I believe that is after 3 racks. I'll be honest, guys, I'm still not entirely sure of the duration of the match or if there is a certain limit of points reached. I'm pretty sure there is a timer running somewhere. And as soon as I get it, I will let you guys know. Alright, guys, I'm going to go ahead and record down some of your names for the giveaway. In the meantime, check out a commercial here by the Pagulayan brand, the merchandise that we are giving away. And we have Wu to break here. Rack number 4. Potted 3 balls. Went down like bullets. Is that a 4th on the 5? The 5's going to hang up, but the 1 shot in, the 2 shot in. And what else? I think it was... Was it just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? 3 balls. He's made the 1, 2, and the... We'll see if Wu can jump ahead by another 10 points. He's already got a pretty big lead on Alex here. But all it takes is 1 break and run for Alex to get himself back in here, and we all know that's more than possible for him. Wu's going to start off strong. The entire rack is very open. You see the 4-5 combo there. 7, it looks like it goes in the side. 9 is in its usual spot, and the 8 is close to the side. Yeah, this does look like 29-4 if I had to place any bets. Ooh, he's got to watch out for that 7. I think it got a little funny. Looks like he's going to go grab the jump cue. I thought he might go for the masse, but just to be safe. Don't want the nap taking too much away from the ball. So we're gonna go airborne here. Our first jump shot of the match. Bit of an awkward place. You see Wu has to get his entire right knee up on the table. Oh, good for him. The 4 is pretty close to the pocket. I don't think he'll have an issue potting this. Yep, just like that. Go smooth in like butter. I think he's cleared the 9 for the 6. Let's take another look at that jump shot. The key there really was the right spin. You had to put a bit of it just to swing it around. Just requested the referee to clean the ball after that jump shot. Might have been some chalk on where he wanted to aim, which should be around 10 to 11 o'clock on the cue ball with some top left, sorry, that is. Whip it around 2 rails, just get above that 8 for the 7 in the side. Volleys went into the 8. I don't think he wanted to do that. Still okay, the 8 will go into the side, but that's why I like the second rail, just to avoid it and make it to the middle of the table. He's just gonna have to take a little cut here, and I think his concern is that even with the thin cut, if he wants to play the 8 in the side pocket like he's lining up there, he'll have to put a touch of right spin on. Some recipes for a disaster. No doubt Wu can pull it off, but too much side spin plus a thin cut and a fast cloth. You don't want to see that cue ball deflect and swerve too far. The table does run pretty true, so he's just got to give it a light tap in. Not try and force it. Yeah, he decided to go 2 rails, didn't want to hold it. Landed pretty good here. DBZ Musa says, wow, that's a serious score difference. Yeah, it is for now, but like I said, here's the scoring format. 1 break and run is all it'll take for Alex to get back in. Victory on a break and run, easily capable of that. We've seen him in slumps and he's able to snap out of it. And with that, that is another 10 points for Wu. And we're at 29-4, and that score difference is starting to look more serious than ever, isn't it? Yeah, just a reminder to anyone who's just tuning in, the score is not racks, it is points. 29-4 racks. I don't think we'll ever see the day Alex is down that much. The score breakdown can be seen on the left of your screen right there. And just now, Wu had a break and run, so he was awarded 10 points. I believe he's had 2 break and runs so far. And Alex may have had a few fouls earlier in the match, which put a few points towards Wu. Alex did have a victory, as you see, with the 4 points. Potting the 9 gets you 4 points. Running the table gets you 7 after your opponent's break. You breaking and running gets you 10 points. And if your opponent fouls, you get 1. Oh my fucking third can of Pepsi. I'm fucking doing this. Ooh, and another strong break to start this rack off. He's gonna have to attack the bank on this 4, take it around 2 rails and back for the 6. Well, that was way off. Not sure what he was intending to do there. Well, luckily for all you Pagulayan fans, he's at the table, ready to recover from the deficit. Drops in the 4 ball nice and easy. He's really just got to dial in here. Even though this, if he runs this, he'll get 4 points. It's still 4 points closer to catching up. There's 3 balls left. Ooh, you see that rattle, and that's because of those rounded jaws of the pocket. He loaded it up with some right-hand spin. Must have thrown the ball towards the point. Yeah, they are playing a certain duration of time. I believe I am working on getting a confirmed answer for that. The event is being played in China. It's a nice pot there by Wu, but he's got a little funny on this 8 ball. Now, I don't know if he goes for the cut in the side or if the bank is open. I think he'll play the light cut, try and keep the cue ball on the bottom rail for the 9. He's gone full defensive. Great defensive that is. Alex will have to shoot down table towards the 8. He's got the cue ball awfully frozen. Great hit there from Alex. It's going to end up okay. And it's going to be open for Wu. Bit of a distance, but based on how Wu's been shooting, shouldn't be an issue. Ooh, uncharacter miss from Wu right there. Didn't think we'd see that. A bit of drama here at the end of this rack. Alex can claw back and get these final 4 points. That's a very thin cut. That same pocket that he just missed the 6 ball in earlier this rack. The reverse bank into the side, and where's the cue ball going? Oh, the story just gets worse and worse for our beloved Pagulayan. Wu will jump ahead another 4 points. Yeah, that's got to be the work of the pool gods. As they giveth and as they taketh. I think we've all experienced that at the table. One of those unfortunate moments of the fun game of 9 ball. So, as that rack comes to an end, the score is 33-4. Considering points, You can see the score or the point breakdown to the left of your screen right here. And let's take a look at our giveaway wheel. As you guys can see here, we've got a bunch of people entered in the giveaway. For those of you who are commenting more than once, your name is only going to be entered once. So just, yeah, save yourself the trouble, save me the trouble. Um, we've got 108 entries so far in the giveaway, and I'm not sure exactly how many items we have to give away, but we'll have a variety of gloves, chalks. I know the Pagulayan chalk has been a huge hit in the market. Many people have appreciated the square shape of it and the thickness, similar to the tome chalk. Is it also a point foul? Yes. So as you can see here, fouls award your opponent 1 point. Dan, you can comment right there. Three ball rifled in. The one ended up a little funny. Doesn't have a huge offensive shot. If I had to guess, he might try and get that cue ball stuck onto the two. Maybe send the one ball up and back down off one rail. But it looks like he's aiming it kind of thick, so he might be going around, get the cue ball down table. Yep, there it goes right behind the 9. It's going to trickle out. Alex will have a full look at the 1. You see Wu shake his head in disappointment, even though that was a pretty tough shot to nail down. Just shows you the standard these guys hold themselves to as they play. Some good separation there from Alex. I'm not sure if he's hooked. Wu should be able to see the sliver of that one ball. And if so, Alex probably won't be liking his next shot here. One ball is going to get stuck to that too. Got a great full contact onto that too. Think I just saw the ref there mark the end of a Wu shot, so they must be keeping track of time of each player's turn at the table. Great idea, to be honest. I know we all have our own complaints about player speed and our own opinions on it. Alex has always struck me as a bit of a quicker player, very confident. Once he sees what he sees, he knows what he can do. Wu shows a lot of temperament in his game. He likes to think things through, weigh all the options. From what I've seen, he doesn't like to go on the offensive route as much as the defensive. He's had a few chances at some banks, some kicks. And Wu is just continuing to do his thing, making easy work of this rack. I'm not sure if that was a break and run. If anyone in the chat seemed to caught that for Wu, if it was a break and run or was it a table run? I think Alex came to the table in that. You can take a look at some of. Yep, that's 41-4 for Wu. Love to see the support in the comments for Alex. Have faith, guys. There's still a lot of pool left. You all know what he's capable of. One turn at the table is all it should take. Well, seems to be Wu's first real problem break. He did make a ball, but he lost the cue ball. Ended up on the top rail over there, hooked behind the 3. Looks like he's got the jump cue in hand. So we're going to see Air Wu again. I don't want to jinx it with that commentator's curse, but I think this might be the turning of the tides for Alex. Good attempt there from Wu. Managed to leave the cue ball in a funny place. See all the traffic up there on top of the 1. Makes it kind of difficult for Alex to, really put the 1 into place, but luckily he can try and sneak that cue ball next to that 5. Sorry, the 1 ball next to that 5, that is. I think he'll just give it a light tap. I could have used a little more cut. I don't think Alex has really got the speed of the table down just yet. I'm sure many of you have realized this doesn't look like an American pool table. It's a Chinese pool table with the rounded jaws of the pockets, similar to snooker, and the thicker wool nap of the cloth, also similar to snooker. Just handed Wu another opportunity on a silver platter right here. He's gonna manage to fluke the 3 in. Oh, 3's gonna stay up. Got a little lucky here with this 2. He almost did end up kind of funny on it. Also, an update, guys. We are going to be picking 3 winners. That is 2 giveaway winners for the giveaway, and each winner will win a chalk, a glove, and 1 t-shirt from Pagulayan brand. So we're going to be picking 2 giveaway winners. We've got a comment here from Adam. Adam, how's it going, buddy? Says if Wu was using Pagulayan chalk, he wouldn't have to get the cue ball cleaned every 6 minutes. I was thinking that he is getting it cleaned kind of often. That Pagulayan chalk really is great stuff. Honestly, I'll tell you, it's the same quality and consistency comparable to Tome chalk. A benefit I like over it compared to the Tome chalk is that it's square because I know I used Tome chalk for almost a year. I tried to, and one thing I really didn't like is that anytime I would drop it, it would roll away because of the round shape. Now the Pagulayan chalk, I drop it, it'll bounce and end up under the table. I know where it is. I know a lot of people do like to rest the chalk on the table as well. And with that, Wu will get another 4 points, bringing it to 45-4. All right, guys, remember, do not miss out on the giveaway. I'm going to pick two winners. You see here, we've got around 115 names. The system will not register if you enter your name twice, only once. Two winners, and sorry about that, two winners, and each winner is going to get a piece of chalk, a t-shirt, and a glove. Let's check the match again. I think Wu's ready to break off. And sorry, an update. It is at 48-4, so I believe that last rack was in fact a table run for Wu. Because I believe he did pot every ball on the table, even though Alex did have a shot at the one. All right. Alex up to bat again. It's not an impossible shot on the one. It's not easy. He's got some barriers there to hide behind. If he wants to play defensive, but he's going to have to really judge the speed of the table, which I know he's struggled with a bit. You see the 5-3, 6-4, just a border of walls to hide behind. You get that cue ball on the bottom rail and that one on top of the two. It's going to require a nice little touch, maybe a little spin, unless he's going the offensive route. And the lion's been in his seat. He must be hungry. He's played it. Ooh, that was clean, wasn't that, guys? That was clean. Very delicate little shot. A lot of risk there getting hooked behind the 3 or the 4 even. Well, hopefully this is all he needs to pick up some footing here. See him give it that little delicate tap of a stroke. He's trying to reel it in. Good signs that he's focusing more on potting a few balls, building up that rhythm. Ultimately just helping himself get more chances at the table. With the Alex successfully runs out this rack, he will get 7 points for a table run because Wu had broken and Alex continued from there. Wu's first dry break of the match, I believe. Let me know in the comments, guys. What do you guys think about this scoring format? I'll put it up here for you guys once more so you see it. Very different than the traditional 9 ball. I kind of like it. I like that it's something different to the game. And it's really something new, to be honest, because these are things that we all usually don't think about while playing. In 9 ball, everyone's really worried about either breaking and running or getting an early 9. But this adds a little bit of complexity, so it's just not run out after run out. And then the racks don't usually end up in stalemate. Alex continuing to pick off balls one at a time. This could be the jump start that he needs to get more rhythm going in this match. Nicely done. Very little cue ball travel. I think he shortened up that stroke for that exact purpose. Saw that he's overhitting a lot of shots that he could have made. And there we have it. Back on the scoreboard. Alex will be at 11. Another 7 points awarded to him for getting a table run after Wu's dry break. Looks like Wu just grabbed his jacket and he's gonna... Yeah, they've called for a timeout, so the players are just gonna take a quick little break. Well, we've got 119 names here in our giveaway. We love to see the response, guys. I can tell that you guys seem to love the Pagulayan brand. So do I. For one, I'm wearing my Pagulayan branded hoodie. I gotta say, it's super comfy. If you haven't checked out any of their clothes, it's pretty stylish as well. But my favorite things have got to be the glove and the chalk. The glove I've been using for a better part of the year, and it is pretty good quality. I know a lot of the cheaper gloves rip easily, but the Pagulayan glove's got a nice leather pad for grip and stitched all the way through. So it's pretty high quality stuff. You like the scoring, but what's the race to? Chris, I'm still trying to figure out there. I don't think there is a race in terms of points. Instead, it is a time duration match. So you can see the ref was walking around clicking the timer after each player's turn at the table. They've gone for a timeout here. I am still trying to get an update from my contact in China about the specifics of the duration of the match. And I'll keep you guys updated. As of now, though, we are at 48-11. Alex had just won the most recent rack. I like how the referee here is cleaning up the table. You can see by the break spot, by the head string, the cloth is all scratched up after a week of players breaking on it. But Alex will be back to break, and hopefully he can get a nice wide open break that Wu had been getting. All right, guys. Yeah, it is nice to see more of Wu. We haven't seen too much of him as of late. Like I mentioned earlier, Wu is, of course, the youngest player to win the WPA World 9-Ball Championship at just 16 years old back in 2005. He also won in 2005 the WPA World 8-Ball Championship. Wow, what a year for him at 16 years old. And in 2008, he secured the WPA World 10 Ball Championship. So he's won throughout all three formats. And in 2019, he happened to capture what some believe the most prestigious title in Q sports, the US Open 9 Ball Championship. He really was a big name for a bit there, and he did drop off. I know pool players do like to spend a lot of time, focusing on their personal life or self improvement in the game, as you kind of do reach a plateau in the game after reaching that final, 5-10% to master it. Really is tough. You see, Alex has just returned. Yeah, Pagulayan's glove really is great quality. I've been using one every time I go play a big tournament. Even league night comes in handy. You all know, you've all been there on the tournament. Knees weak, hands are sweaty, vomit on your sweater, maybe. But it really does help, even with the carbon fiber cue. Gets a nice grip on the table and really hugs your hand well. That's probably the best part about it. Of course, Tracy, it's my pleasure. Glad you're enjoying it. We've got to support of course, our local players, but of course, our famous celebrity players such as Alex the Lion Pagulayan. Undeniably one of the greatest products of Canadian Q sports. He started his career quite young. Came to Canada about when he was just 13 years old. And his first big championship was the World Pool Championship in 2004. Secured it by beating another Chinese player, Pei Wei Chang, 17-13 in the final. That was 9 ball. The following year, he followed up by winning the prestigious US Open 9 ball championship. And in 2008, he won the World Pool Masters. The Alex Pagulayan accolades don't end there. There's a whole lot more. But I think I'll leave it up to the rest of you to do some research. You guys can check out on YouTube. There's tons of his big matches against some huge names that you'll recognize. And man, I remember the days I would just turn them on and, fall asleep watching them. But it was so entertaining to see Alex as a young player. Really always has been. Apart from just a great talent, a great entertainer. I know everyone who has met Alex, a fan or not, has always said he's a big personality. A little guy, but a huge personality, and we love to see it. All right, so here's our champ breaking off. Secured his victory after a long stretch of Wu dominating the table. He's got to get a good solid break here like Wu has been. Capitalize it. See the wing ball and the 1 go down. Oh, and the cue ball gets kicked in by the 4. Oh, that's so unlucky. Man, it was a great break just when he needed it the most. So Wu's going to come to the table for a chance to win 7 points in a table run. Man, the pool gods are just punishing Pagulayan today. Alright guys, we're at 125 entries for the giveaway, and I think I'm going to cap it right there at 125. So if you haven't got your name in this time, unfortunately, you're just going to have to wait till next time, but be assured we will have another giveaway soon at the next time you see Alex on screen. But we love to see the turnout and all the engagement. I don't think I've ever had an issue of people joining giveaways when it's Pagulayan merch. I mean, who wouldn't want to join, right? All right, so Wu's gonna sink the 9 to go ahead another 7 points with that table run after that unfortunate, brutal, just super unlucky scratch in that top left corner pocket. It's that corner pocket is no good for Alex, but it just got hit in by the 4. It really needed that one there. Wu is now 44 points ahead to catch up. Alex would need to pot the 9 and 4 break it runs to even up the score. Just put it out there in case the message makes it to Alex somehow. Oh shit. Ooh, we saw both the wing ball and the 1 ball go to the pocket, pop out, so it's going to be another dry break for Wu. Exactly what Alex needs. That's 2 dry breaks in a row for Wu. Both the wing ball and the 1 ball go to the pocket, pop out, so it's going to be another dry break for Wu. Exactly what Alex needs. That's 2 dry breaks in a row. I think it might be an illegal break here. You see the referee gather the balls. I think at least 1 ball needs to finish beyond the head string. If that's the pocket 3, need to make it across. I think it might be an illegal break here. You see the referee gather the balls. I think at least 1 ball needs to finish beyond the head string. If that's the pocket 3, need to make it across. So Alex will be up to break now after the illegal break. It looks like the pool gods have tipped the favor a bit, and they've given him another chance after that scratch on the break, even though Wu ran away with 7 points. After the illegal break, it looks like the pool gods have tipped the favor a bit. They've given him another. See the wing ball? Oh my god, that is just brutal. My god, another scratch, this time in the side pocket. It looks like he just got a bit more cut on that 1 than he needed. A bit of that force follow just directly to the side pocket. Man, this is just excruciating to watch. You just have to imagine how Alex is feeling. Trying to do everything he can to catch some rhythm, but just doesn't find himself able to. Man, this is just excruciating to watch. You just have to imagine how Alex is feeling. Trying to do everything he can to catch some rhythm, but just doesn't find himself able to. There's a miss from Wu, and great chance here for Alex to come back, secure another 7 points from here. I believe I'm not sure if it would be 7 points or 4 points. As you can see here, this is the scoring table that was provided. Because I think because Wu potted the 1 and the 2, it wouldn't be considered a full table run for Alex. This is the scoring table that was provided. Because I think because Wu potted the 1 and the 2, it wouldn't be considered a full table run for Alex. Yeah, 4 points. Okay, that sounds about right. Yeah, 4 points. Okay, that sounds about right. Nice little pull back there from Alex. Didn't make it. Was a touchy shot. Try to play short side there. Didn't have much area to play with there and didn't want to flirt with the corner pocket. So we'll see him go on the defensive here. I think you just got to decide how. I think he likes sending the 7 ball 2 rails underneath the 9. Cue ball off to the side and to the 8. No, he's aiming it thin, so the cue ball is going to run around. Maybe even went for the combo. Well, at least he avoided the scratch. Ooh, it's gonna line up that combo or not. Doesn't look like it's wired straight, but it's close enough. Worth going for, knowing the 7 is gonna be held there and your cue ball is gonna come back down to the 9. He went for the carom instead. I think the combo had some more value to it there. You see, even though he's got some distance between the object ball and the cue ball, it's still an open shot. Alex not taking too much time to get down, loosening up his arm there. Difficult shot, distance, cued up by the pocket over the rail. Definitely not easy. Doesn't have to worry too much about position as the 8 is close enough. See the nice little jerk forward, that stroke that he's known for. Very unique stroke patterns Alex pulls out. Well, we're looking at a much needed 4 points here for Alex. Cue ball is going to get that second rail and line up perfectly for that 9. Is there a nap on these cloths-like snooker tables? I believe so. I'm pretty certain, yeah, the Chinese pool tables are known for their snooker style construction with the rounded jaws of the pockets and the thicker nap-like cloth. Is there a nap on these cloths-like snooker tables? I believe so. There we go. Alex will secure 4 more points, cutting the deficit to 40. Still a long way to go for him here, but he is going to be up to break. And the only thing that should be going through his mind is getting a solid break, making a ball, keeping the cue ball on the table, and putting all efforts into that break and run. Piece by piece, chip down the lead. But he is going to be up to break, and the only thing that should be going through his mind is getting a solid break, making a ball, keeping the cue ball on the table, and putting all efforts into that break and run. Piece by piece, chip down the lead. right. Mr. Pagulayan a break. Looking to start his journey up the mountain. His redemption journey to show Wu that he's just as capable. The cue ball went towards that side pocket again. Didn't get down. I don't think he's made anything. And you see him apologize there to Wu because look where the cue balls ended up. Frozen to the 4 ball. The 3 almost trickled in. The 1 almost went down. The 6. Wow, there's a bit of that luck to make up for all the bad luck that Alex has been getting. To no fault of Wu's, of course. Wow, there was a bit of that luck to make up for all the bad luck that Alex has been getting. To no fault of Wu's, of course. Just an update on the score. Wu is at 54 due to that illegal break he had. In the event of an illegal break, the breaker loses 1 point, and then the opponent gets to re-break that rack. So we're at 54 to 15. Anything helps. Wild scoring format, entertaining. Yeah, definitely is entertaining. A lot more incentive for players to go for break-and runs. And out of that will come a lot more offensive play because I understand in the tournament there are separate prize pots for most break-and runs and table runs and whatnot. Maybe even forcing fouls on your opponent. I believe they're keeping track of it all. Really does add that layer of complexity to the game and just makes it an all-out more entertaining experience. Wow, what a hit by Wu. Going 4 rails up and down to the 1. You see the tap on the table from a stick by Alex, showing his appreciation for the hit. Even though it hasn't landed too good for Wu, Alex has a straightened shot on the 2. On the 1, then proceeding to the 2. Everything goes here. Real good chance for him to secure 7 points, slowly take back that lead. Real good chance for him to secure 7 points, slowly take back that lead.
recorded on 2 separate tracks, each one giving special emphasis to certain sections of the orchestra, as heard from those positions. Now, when played back simultaneously on 2 separate systems, the sounds are blended together to achieve a new dimension in sound, impossible to obtain in a monaural recording.
All right, I'm back, and looks like Alex is continuing his run after his dry break and Wu was hooked on the 4, still got a good hit on it, just sold out a shot on the 1. Alex is continuing his run. You see Alex picking up some momentum. If you think back to just maybe 15 to 20 minutes ago, I think the score was 44-4 or even more. Nice little touch. He's definitely pulled in his stroke a bit, giving it a lot more tame little taps. Maybe slightly overran this, but no big issue at all. Nice little touch. He's definitely pulled in his stroke a bit, giving it a lot more tame little taps. Maybe slightly. Nicely done. No big issue at all. You see the wave of his arm there, classic Pagulayan. And 54-22. Alex looking to cut that lead almost to nearly half. You see the wave of his arm there, classic Pagulayan. All right, you guys can see here. We got the giveaway wheel almost chock full. Got around 140 names here in this giveaway, so a lot of you want that Pagulayan merch, rightfully so. Of course, you should. All right, and we are back. Looks like they're gathering the balls again. I think, well, Alex must have broken. Must have been an illegal break because you see Wu is up at the table. So I think Alex will go down by 1 and Wu will have his chance to break. Well, Alex must have broken. Must have been an illegal break because you see Wu is up at the table. So I think Alex will go down by 1 and Wu will have his chance to break. Hmm? Wu has made the 2 ball here. And the 4 ball looks like it. Yeah. This scoring format and the rules are pretty different to what you're used to seeing in Matchroom and WPA. You see the illegal breaks can occur a lot more often. Ooh, tries to force the one in, pocket spits it back out. Cue ball's running wild, and he's gonna get saved by the 6 ball. There might be a slight gap there in between the 7-6. Alex will for sure get a touch on it. I think he's just gonna be focused on getting the 1 ball to bounce 2 rails and out while keeping the cue ball down. That is, if he can't see it for the pot. Can't tell from the angle, but he might have it. The pot was there. He just overcut it. He's left a bit of a cut for a Woo here. I don't know if that 8 ball gets in the way of it. It did go. I think he was too worried about touching that 6, so he got it a bit too thin. You see Wu just raised his hand apologizing to Alex. I think so. Saying so that he almost scratched in the corner pocket there, kissing off the 3, which saved him. Nice shot there. Got a bit more roll on it than he'd like. Uh-oh, watch out, 7 ball. Ooh, just barely trickled by. Just barely trickled by. Uh-oh. Almost got the fluke on the 7. I think we've seen like at least 8, 9 times now in the match that top left corner pocket spit those balls out. Yeah, it didn't leave it easy at all for Alex. No doubt he'll play the defensive route. I don't think there's any merit in going for offensively. Uh-oh. Yeah, this did not turn out the way he wanted. He wanted to catch that much thinner, force that 7 ball to the side rail frozen on it, leaving it a tough cut. Not to say this is a super easy cut, but I think, right on the side rail is what he wanted. Wu should drop this in, no problem. He's gonna go 3 rails to short side of the 8, I believe. Play it with just a bit of left spin here. Touch of bottom, nothing too crazy. You just want to avoid that side pocket on your way back. 1, 2. Ooh. After that third rail, he got a bit too much speed. Maybe he was trying to go alongside on the 8, but fell right in the track of the 9. I don't know if he plays a bank here. If I'm him, I try and get that cue ball frozen behind the 9. I think both players have been struggling a little with these very touchy safeties, trying to split inches on the table. They haven't been able to find that clear pinpoint spot yet. And I think that's what Wu is concerned about, judging this well. He's got to get that 8 ball to the side rail. Well, he's got a fantastic cue ball. Used that second rail very well. You see Alex in the back grabbing his jump cue. Well, he's got a fantastic cue ball. Use that second rail very well. You see Alex in the back grabbing his jump cue. You're focusing on getting that cue ball. Oop. Is he gonna fluke it in twice? There we go. A bit of luck. You see him raise his hand in apology, but much needed. Why don't we take another quick look at that? Look at that. Fluked it in on the way back. The jump double bank. There we go. All right. And for another 4 points, Alex is gonna put this 9 down. Well, he's getting there. Alex has won the last 3 racks, I think, before Wu won one, and before that Alex won that, and Wu had won all the previous ones. So we're at 54 to 25. Well, he's getting there. Alex has won the last 3 racks, I think, before Wu won one, and before that Alex won that, and Wu had won all the previous ones. So we're at 54 to It's been a pretty interesting match so far. Some rolls going one way or the other. We saw Alex struggle a lot, get some unlucky scratches off his breaks. He had a few chances. He was struggling with the speed of the table and, quite frankly, the pockets. The pockets do seem very tight. The rounded edges, of course, for those of you who have played snooker or on a Chinese pool table, they do change a bit of the way. You can't cheat the pocket the same way, playing it to the left or right, especially when you have spin on your cue ball. You're going to throw it in. You'll notice that the rounded jaws are very responsive to the object ball. Like as soon as there's a bit of left spin and it touches that curve, it's getting, bounced around and spit out like pinball. We saw it happen a bunch of times on that top left corner pocket. I just want to direct your focus on your screen to the top here, Pagulayan.net. That is where you can purchase all officially branded Pagulayan merchandise. The same ones we have in the giveaway here as Alex breaks, knocks in that 2 ball, the 8 ball goes down. No shot at the 1. You see the frustration from him right there. You'll see a sliver of it. You see the 4 hanging over the side. Maybe he does something with that, the cue ball off the rail, if he's feeling adventurous. But at this point in the match, I think he's got to lock down a few safeties, 1 or 2 at least. Maybe force a foul on Wu. Capitalize with the table run, since break and run seems to be out of the question here. Unless, like I said, he goes for that 4 ball. Yeah, the middle of the table really is wide open here. You see the 5, 4, and 3 just cleared up a lot of paths for Wu to kick at this. Yeah, the middle of the table really is wide open here. You see the 5, 4, and 3 just cleared up a lot of paths for Wu to... Oh, the 4 ball almost went, just missed it by a bit. The 1 is going to end up at the middle of the table. Well, he really went for the 4 ball, chasing that break and run. Not a bad choice in the moment. You're slowly stepping on that gas. Might as well stick to it. Wu's gonna come to the table as a pretty difficult shot, not the easiest. Now, the benefit for Wu is he doesn't need to worry too much about shape. He can let his cue ball run wild. You see his next ball is a 3, which virtually goes in from anywhere on the table. Even if he's hooked, he can jump at that. Pretty difficult shot, not the easiest. Now, the benefit for Wu is he doesn't need to worry too much about shape. He can let his cue ball run wild. Ooh. And just like I was mentioning a few minutes ago, the jaws of the pocket. Wu had a bit of left spin on that. You see the cue ball was thrown to the right, had some spin on it, and it just ping-ponged out of there. Well, another great chance for Alex. 7 points still up for grabs in this rack. We got a comment here from Adam. Another match you saw ended at 66 points, so you're not sure if it was time or a race to 65. That would be interesting. That's really interesting it changes the dynamic of the game, considering if it is time or if it's 65 points. I wonder how Alex and Wu are both feeling, knowing that he could be just 10 points away. It really shows you that in the later stages of the game, you need to control the table. Alex misses in a similar fashion. Well, if you guys weren't convinced that these are tight tables, there you go. You're looking at two of the world's best players. At one point in time, they were the #1 ranked players in the world, each in their respective right, but they're still missing on these tables. And we have Wu requesting the ball being cleaned once again. And I think Alex is probably going to set him up with some Pagulayan chalk after this match. Nice shot. Great shot there from Wu. Pulled it back smoothly. Cued it true. Nice shot. Great shot there from Wu. Pulled it back smoothly. Cued it true. Yeah, it looks like connect the dots from here. And there should be 7 points for Wu if I'm not wrong. He ran that from the 1 down. And I think that would put Wu at 61-25. Let me just go double check that and confirm. Yeah, so we are at 61-25. I believe we're over 2 hours into the match so far. So I think we should be reaching near the end. I apologize, guys, that I don't have a direct answer for you as to how much more pool to expect. But stay tuned and we'll find out together. Wu is going to just inspect the rack. Got to be sure it doesn't get the illegal break. You see he's switched sides and he's breaking from the other side now. And I'm a bit behind the head string there. Looking for a full contact on that one. One's gonna miss, two bobbles out. It's made the 6th ball though, so it will be a legal break. Doesn't have a great shot at the one, but maybe that 8 ball there will help. You can kiss it off the thin side of the 8. He went the offensive route, trying to get the cue ball hugged in behind that 8, but unsuccessful as it looks like. Alex should see the full 1 ball here. He'll move on to think how he can. He went the offensive route, trying to get the cue ball hugged in behind that 8, but unsuccessful as it looks like. Alex should see the full 1 ball here. He'll move on to think how he can. Looks like a good touch here. He's trying to use that 4 as a blocker. Creating that distance, sending the cue ball up really makes that 4 ball seem huge. But unfortunately for Alex, Wu should be able to see just enough of the ball that he needs to make it. He's queuing at this like he wants to pot it. At most, just get a hit and leave it up there by the 2. Maybe even bring it back down underneath the 7. Ooh, flirted with the corner pocket again. Risky business here. Maybe even bring it back down underneath the 7. Flirted with the corner pocket again. Risky business here. A nice little touch there. Dirty safety game from Wu. Can't blame him though, even though the pot was there, the shape on the 2 was just too difficult. Now Alex could get a hit of this. He's trying to see how much in between the 5 and 7 he has to work with. Just right after that corner pocket. Side pocket, that is. Nice hit. Hasn't left a direct shot for Wu. He'll definitely line it up, but navigating back towards the 2 is always going to be the challenge. I mean, I see a path in between the 5-7, missing the side pocket, missing the 9, missing the 4 back up, but it's ambitious to say the least. I think we'll just see some more defensive play stir up right now. And once again, Wu goes for the corner pocket. I think this time he's got the hook. Alex might entertain the masse. The jump is far too close to the 8. Yeah, the one real kick it is. Didn't take too much time lining it up. Feels pretty confident. And he just missed it. So that's going to be a point deducted for Alex. A ball in hand for Wu. Now see, this point format really would be interesting. I would love to see it in a close game situation. Like down to the wire, a few points, and because that's really when you got to dial in and force those fouls, unforced errors on your opponent. And each one is just so crucial. Yeah, there's the other safety. Just like I was saying, Wu is just as all intense on torturing Alex right now. Yeah, there's the other safety. Just like I was saying, Wu is just as all intense on torturing Alex right now. Nice effort there. He found the line pretty well. The four was just slightly in the way, caught the edge of it. So that'll be one more point deducted for Alex. I think he may be a few points ahead of that just because I may have missed a table run from before. So that'll be one more point deducted. So we'll wait to update that completely after this rack. A few points ahead of that just because I may have missed a table run from before. So we'll wait to update that completely after this rack. I think Wu's going for another safety here. Get the one ball right behind that 7. Sorry, the cue ball behind the 7 and 1 behind the 8. He shook his head like he wasn't too happy with it. I mean, it turned out okay, but maybe he wanted that one just completely covered. Alex is going to play this with check side. Force that cue ball. Oh, and he narrowly misses it again. I really thought he would go for the one railer, and with that, that's a 3 fouls, and Alex will lose that rack. Let me just get an updated score for you guys. I really thought he would go for the one railer, and with that, yeah, it really was unfortunate. Hats off to Wu, though. He played it smart. He played it how he needed to. You know, when your opponent's up against the ropes, there's no point in letting him bounce back. Keep him on the ropes. Just bear with me a few minutes, guys, for the updated score. See how much Wu got. Well, he should be past 65 now, so maybe we are looking at a time countdown, and as the clock ticks, Alex's hopes for winning this comeback get lower and lower. It's really an uphill battle from here. Maybe we are looking at a time countdown, and as the clock ticks, Alex's hopes for winning this comeback get lower and lower. It's really an uphill battle from here. All right, so Wu does get 4 points, and Alex is at 26. That is after the fouls, I believe. Yeah, the scoring definitely is a bit weird, for lack of a better term, just something we're not used to. And definitely will be a learning curve to it as we progress more in this whole format that Duya is hosting in China grows more and more popular. I don't think it'll be long before we see a lot more, at least semi-pro or amateur tournaments adopt some sort of scoring styles as such. I think for the pros, it's great. Really gives more incentive to play offensively, play a bit more aggressively. Really take the time to think about their shots. I think for the pros, it's great. Really gives more incentive to play offensively, play a bit more aggressively. Really take the time to think about their shots. So I do have some information on the tournament prizing scheme here. For break-in runs, 4 consecutive break-in runs reward 10,000, and that's in Chinese currency. Um, 10,000, 5 reward 20,000, 6 is 40,000, and 7 or more break-in runs consecutively get you 100 grand large. And that's in Chinese currency. Yeah, see, quite the incentive, which is what we love to see. 20,006 is 40,000, and 7 or more break-in runs consecutively get you 100 grand large. Yeah, see, quite the incentive, which is what we love to see. Alex is gonna get lucky here with that 7. Just about. It's all but frozen. We should be able to see the edge of the 1, of course. Alex is gonna get lucky here with that 7. Just about. It's all but frozen. We should be able to see the edge of the 1, of course. Nice hit there from Alex. Catches another break there, getting the 1 nested behind the 9. Tough shot here. I think we've all seen this at the table. Your next ball is on the other side, and he's either got to go forward or back. Up on the rail, it's not easy at all. So we'll play defensive, I'm sure. Ooh, we played the offensive, and what a shot that is. Forced it forward. Gets shape on the 2 perfectly. Let's get another look at that. What a shot that was. Look at the spin catch. Grab on that nap. Great shot. Exactly what we expect to see from our champion. Hey, there's a name I haven't seen in a while. Ummer, and they're saying, how are you, Ummer? There's another. Alex is getting comfortable with that force follow. They look pretty, that's for sure. Following with 2 rails for the 4 on the side. Alex is getting comfortable with that force follow. They look pretty, that's for sure. Just gotta avoid some traffic here. Yeah, you see, as he looked away, he knew it as soon as the spin kind of died off after the contact with the 4. He knew he wouldn't get enough rotations, but still a shot. He doesn't want to rush it. Just gotta avoid some traffic here. Yeah, you see, as he looked away, he knew it as soon as the spin kind of died off after the contact with the 4. He knew he wouldn't get enough. Great safety here, though. Managed to put it right behind the 7. We should see Wu pull out the jump cue unless he feels more confident with the kick, knowing that he'll be able to control the cue ball a bit more from the kick. Alright, well, he's going airborne here after all. Maybe we might see an early 9. Possibilities there. Well, missed the 9, got it on the way back. The 5's going to wind up pretty for Alex. Ooh, yeah, he didn't bump that 7 how he wanted to. Yeah, he's wound up funny on here, which should have been an easy 4-ball conversion. Gonna have to drag it on a bit more, the safety battle. Try and get this cue ball behind the 9. Watch out, corner pocket. Oh, he's perfect. Beautiful. Wu will right away grab the jump cue once again. That's a thin cut if he's going for the jump cut in the side. It's risky. We might see, on those thin contacts with the jump, cue ball might fly off the table. The object ball might even fly. Got the full hit on it. Good amount of speed. A really easy shot to sell out there. Table's entirely open. 7 could end up anywhere. Alex is gonna go once more for behind the 9. He sees the line. Gotta be real careful around that corner pocket. Oh, he's played it wonderfully again. And this time closer to the 9. Give Wu a bit more challenge on that jump shot that he's so good at. Oh my goodness, what a shot that was. What a jump shot. You see Alex clap his leg over there. Just have to appreciate that. And we gotta look at this again. Shot of the match by far. Clean. Was there even a doubt? Wu Jiaqing, you're too good. Amazing shot that is. He landed perfectly on that 8 ball. Just a smooth cut to follow up for the 9. Now let's get one more. One more look at that jump shot. We just have to. In the heart of the pocket, just direct. Such a clean contact, clean follow through. Purely textbook. Gotta love it. Fedor better watch out. Wu's gonna give him a run for his money. Well, it looks like he doesn't like the cut down the rail due to the, of course, rounded jaws of the pocket, so he'll go for the bank. Got it a bit wide. So after that amazing jump shot, he's gonna let Alex come to the table with a chance. 8 ball's pretty near the pocket. Speed isn't the benefit of Pagulayan here. Doesn't need to do too much with the cue ball. Let it go up and down the table. Take a cut on the 9 if you need it. Uh-oh, where's the cue ball going? Where's the cue ball going? Oh. Like I said, let it go up and down. It went up, just didn't find its way down. So instead of the 9, I think he'll take the bank on. A bit more suspense in this match after another missed bank attempt, this time from Pagulayan. Interesting shot here from Wu. I'm not entirely sure what that was. I think he was trying to play it with less pace and just get the 9 directly on the bottom rail. Alex jumps to the table, puts on a little extension to help with his little legs yet big personality and big shot, of course, not to mention. I should put this 9 down for 4 more points. There we go. Alex has found his way to 30. What a rack that was. Got to see 3 jump shots from Wu. One of them successful that we'll take a look at right now. Here we go. The one on the 7. It's really interesting to see the players change their patterns and shot selection because of the table. You saw Wu had that shot on the 8 ball. He didn't want to cut down table because of the rounded jaws that would, spit it out kind of like um, pinball almost. But he took on the bank instead. And even with the bank, if you hit that, rounded jaw, you're not gonna. In American pool tables, you'll, kind of pinball to in between, but you're kind of gonna go out on the rounded edge. Let's see if players are ready to break off. Alex has another chance to get his first break and run of the match. 10 points would be huge for him here. He's slowly been chipping away at the lead. Down 45 at a point. All right, here we go. Big break for Pagulayan. We need to see the wing ball down, the 1 ball down, and a nice center table cue ball. Ooh, cue ball avoids the side pocket. He's been stung by that before. Nothing found its way to the bottom of a pocket, and look at the 1 just trickle right in between the gap of the 3 and the 8. Oh, that's just brutal. You see the 4 and 5 hug each other, the 2 and the 3, and in between it all, the 1. There's a bit of trouble here for Wu to deal with. You see the 4 doesn't have a pocket. He's gonna check now how he wants to break it out, if at all, or if he's gonna choose to play safe on the 4. Well, the 4 did go. narrowly avoided that corner pocket, rolled his way up just to see the 5 in the side. That really was his only challenge in the rack. The 2, 3 were next to each other, but they had pockets. The 4 only had one pocket on the table. And a smart player like Wu didn't want to entertain a breakout when he could avoid it. Yeah, he'll need some really true and straight queuing here. No need to force it. Just like that. Stuns it over 2 rails and out. And we have another cue ball cleaning. Hey Adam, I think you definitely need to reach out to Wu's manager and hook up a Pagulayan chalk brand deal or something. A bit thin here on the 7. It's not easy. Gotta consider the side pockets. That's why he played it with tops. Oh, he played it very smooth. Bumped the 8 a little funny, so he's kind of in between pockets. It's got the side and the corner to choose from. I think he's going to the side. Aim low and draw out. Nicely done. Played it with the check side. All right, and that should be 7 points if I'm not wrong for Wu, as it was a dry break from Alex. You can see the referee just adjust the score in the back. Just so you guys can see right up there, Alex and Wu sitting up. The score is 72-30, and we're entering the 19th rack, I believe. Alex doesn't look too ecstatic, knowing he's still got that uphill battle. Wu looks calm, confident, almost as if he's just waiting to get back to his hotel room almost. I feel like the similar thought is going on in both players' heads. Where's Toby Wong? Yeah. Honestly, it'd be nice to have some insider information from Toby right now. Oh, the cue ball goes down with the 2. All right. Alex up from his seat, exactly what he needed after looking so glum in his chair. Really needs to map this out. I find it's usually the ball in hand racks when the table's somewhat open, but not entirely. You see there's still some work to do. The 5-7-4 are kind of close together. You don't want to end up on the wrong side of the ball and run into traffic. Nicely done. And I think it's exactly what I was mentioning earlier. He's ended up on the wrong side of the four. So he's going to be going away from the five, and he's going to have to move that cue ball a bit more than he liked. Could have just been a nice stop shot, take the cut on the five, but yeah, you'll have to walk around and see exactly where he wants to follow up on that rail. Might have to come two rails out and take the cut on the five. See a nice, pretty force follow here. There's one, two, and behind the five. Interesting. It doesn't seem ideal from his body language, but he can get something out of it. Probably see another safety here. I don't think I've seen Wu, however, give up a ball in hand due to one of Alex's safety yet. He's been landing his kicks and his jumps. Yep. 42 more safeties and we have a match. Yep. That's exactly it. I would love to see it. One at a time, slow and steady. Nice hit from Wu. Plays it with the check. Is he gonna? He's not gonna get the hook on the 9. All right, another shot here for Alex. Not the easiest of shots considering he'd have to stun over for the 7. Got down on it fairly quick though. He's found his aiming line. Might go all the way forward with this. Oh, he forced it, but look at the 5. He's gonna fluke it in all the way down. Alex in typical fashion waves to Wu. Look at this fluke. Pinballed out and all the way down. Oof. Awfully close to the side pocket there, but avoided it. Ready to add 4 more to Alex's score with this. And clean. Not a doubt. 72 to 34 it is. Sorry, they have it at 35 here, so I'll just add one more. Not sure why. You can see there we're entering the 20th rack. And for anyone who's just joining in, the score is not racks. The score is not 72 racks to 35 racks. It is points. And oops. Here we have a breakdown of how points are scored. On the left of your screen, you can see there. Really interesting to see if this is a timed match, as in, the course of the match is dependent on the duration of time and not a number of racks won, aka a race. It's interesting to see the player that's trailing, which is Alex in this case, how quick he has to play, because clearly he's got more ground to cover in the amount of time left, whereas Wu can take it kind of easy, and I think that's why the referee is timing each player's shot. All right. Alex to break off again. Wing ball down. Cue ball stays up. Is he going to get a shot at the 1 or is the 2 going to ruin the party? Nope, he's got a shot. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm mistaken. The wing ball did not go down. The 6 is still on the table. It must have rattled out. I see 9 balls left. Wu at the table. So Wu's got a chance for 7 points here. A table run. And Alex can get a maximum of 4 points this rack. Now that's depending on if Wu can make the 1 or not. And he's played the safety pretty effectively, frozen on the 2. Trying to force that 1 point deduction for Alex. Alex just whacked at it, and it looks like that's it. They've shook hands. I think Wu is reaching the end point, and that would be that. Our final score, we have it at 72-35. Looks like the referee and the players are still discussing something. Yeah, Alex is growing frustrated there. 73-35 it is now. We'll get that 1 point. Yeah, I think Alex was prepared to concede the match and informed by the referee that he is not allowed to, and they must play out the course of it the entire duration of time. Yeah, that sounds about right. With the time duration, you can't concede. Well, folks, unfortunately, we didn't see our champion play at his best tonight. Still played with his heart, of course. You guys have all seen the heart of a lion he has. Must be a tough adjustment for him, over there in China, to the table, to the scoring system. The timing system must be something that threw him off his game. And as you all know, we all have our good days and bad days. Not a pool player in the world who can play good every single day. So guys, even after this rack or whenever the match does finish, don't leave just yet. Stick around because we still have the giveaway to do, and we are going to be picking 2 lucky winners out of our giveaway, who will each receive a piece of chalk, a glove, and a Pagulayan shirt. Yeah, I agree. Gideon Wu is a monster. They're in the mid 2000s. I was mentioning earlier in the stream, the youngest player to win the WPA World 9-Ball Championship at just 16 years old, and that same year he won the WPA World 8-Ball Championship. Truly remarkable. He doesn't seem to falter too much. I don't think I saw one unforced error from him other than a scratch on the break. I think he had twice. But Alex tried a few times to lock him up, but Wu carved his way out of jail somehow. Oh, his name was Baby Dinosaur. Kind of suiting, honestly. Nice shot there. think Alex just gonna get down and whack this ball in for the bank. Well, he just rolled up on it, pretty much giving Wu the shot to finish up the rack. Yeah, I know a lot of people will say Alex may not be doing the right thing, but what else can you really do in such a situation? Clearly, I think he's deemed it. It's near impossible for him to catch up with the time remaining. Nice little shot from Wu. So they looks like some deliberation. I think they're deciding if they're going to continue playing it. See a smile there from Alex and a chuckle. You may be wondering what's the point. So, you know what, guys? I think in the meantime, why don't we go ahead and get our first giveaway winner picked? Let me just update our wheel over here. And everyone who has commented, we've got you in. No need to worry. We've got a bunch of names. Here we are. Let's head over to the giveaway here. Let me update our wheel. You can see here we've got a bunch of names and we're going to pick two winners. What I'm going to do is pick two winners and then pick maybe another 5 to 6 names after that, just in case we can't contact the first two winners that were selected. All right. And you will most likely be contacted on Facebook or YouTube, depending on where you commented. So for our first winner, oh, give me 1 second. Let's go. It's so small. David McCumber, your first winner. Congratulations, David. We'll be sure to, oops, that is incredibly loud. We'll be sure to contact you on Facebook or YouTube, depending on wherever you commented and are tuning in from. But congrats to David McCumber. So we've got one more winner left to select. And I think we'll get it after this rack. Oh, see, Steven, I'm so sad to hear that lost a subscriber. Well, we'll miss you for sure. Yeah, Alex is just looking to concede the match here, just without officially doing so, leaving the shots for Wu, just letting him run it out. I mean, I know I'm sure we would have loved to see Alex just, even without hopes of winning, just shoot around and pot some balls. You see the two players are having a bit of conversation there. Yes, I see you guys asking how much time is remaining. The honest truth is, I just do not know. We haven't been given the full information from the organizers of the event, so we're trying to communicate through a time zone difference. They are playing in China right now, and I know everyone over there is really busy. Watch. Ooh, drop this in. He'll go up to, I think that's 81 he's at now. And they're finally shaking hands now, so it looks like they're ready to concede, and Alex is all smiles now, finally freed from the torture that is the baby dinosaur Wu Jiaqing. You see him here. He's knocked out your champion Alex Pagulayan from the 2024 Duya nine ball Chinese championship. Now, with that being said, we should get back to our giveaway. We can select one more winner. We've got David McCumber as our first winner. And stick around because I am going to, after picking the next winner, still draw like, 5 to 6, maybe 7 names just as backup in case we're unable to reach, the first two winners. So without further ado, here we have it. Let's take a look at our wheel again. And sorry, just because I know the wheel is super loud, let me turn the volume down for you guys. All right. Sorry, I don't think I got it spin out of that. Give me 1 second. I'm just going to respin that. Sorry about that. I'm just going to give that another good spin. All right, here we go. And our second winner is, what do we have? Michelle Wright, you are the second winner. All right, congrats, Michelle Wright. Comment here, commentator, do you own the rights to the content? The content is being streamed in China by the organizers of the event. I'm working with the Pagulayan brand. The organizers have graciously provided us the stream for us to relay it to Pagulayan's fans. So I'm going to go ahead and pick a few more names just in case we can't reach out to our two winners, which again are David McCumber, Michelle Wright. Let's get a few more names here. All right, we have Jeff Aragon as one of our backup winners. Let's go again, get one more. And Jason Shearman. All right, let's go one more. Uh, CP Main. You're saying I have nothing to do with the organizer. How do you think I got the stream key for the event? Efren Medina, you are our next winner from the draw. And let's select one more last name. Thanks, Gideon. Thanks for tuning in. Nice to see you again, my friend. And we have Renfred Magalano. Well, there it is, guys. If you know the winners of the giveaway, David McCumber, Michelle Wright, let them know. You will be contacted either on Facebook or YouTube, wherever you left a comment to enter the giveaway. I want to thank everyone from the Pagulayan brand, from the organizers for tuning in, watching your champion compete all the way in China. We love to see our Canadian talent go abroad and, spread the name of pool. As I hear at China, the pool scene is really popping off with the Chinese 8 ball and 9 ball tables. Thanks, Adam. Appreciate that. Well, guys, with that, I won't keep you any much longer and have a nice night. Thank you for tuning in. For those of you who didn't win in the giveaway, please be sure to tune in for the next one. We're going to have more giveaways. And if you can't wait, go to paggyline.net to check out some awesome merchandise, really high quality stuff. They've had a huge successful year launching the brand. Team Pagulayan, their manager Greg, their Adam, he's working with them. And these guys have been doing a great job to bring you guys some awesome merch. All right, guys, with that, have a great night and thanks for tuning in. These guys have been doing a great job to bring you guys some awesome merch. All right, guys, with that, have a great night and thanks for tuning in.